Wow. Right. All right. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center and the National Dispatchers Network. I'm here today with Mr. Eric Wilson Sr. And Mr. Wilson Sr. is here to be scheduled and book a private consultation, which is part of our commitment and our continued services to our student base of the National Dispatchers Network. How you doing, Mr. Wilson? How you doing?
How are you, Mr. Butler? Pleasure to meet you and talk to you.
Thank you. I'm having a blessed and fabulous day as always. So, exactly what can we help you with today? What's your consultation needs for today?
My consultation needs today is talking about the futuristic of RBBS, because I've been a driver for a little over 35 years, and I've been on that side of it, but I'm learning the dispatching brokering side of it. I was one of those individuals that paid $5,000 to go out and get training.
Okay.
And then in the process, come back just as dumb as a box of rocks as when I left.
Okay.
So even before I signed up with RBBS, the videos alone gave so much intricate detail to the career that you're placing everybody in, that really you can go off the videos and work it. So my question is about the futuristic portion of RBBS, because there's more stuff that you're bringing in here, like Assurance USA. You're not only showing us how to dispatch and broker, but you're also giving us tools to save the money that we make. So you're giving us a well-rounded program, and I want to get deeper and deeper into it so that I can help other people's lives that know me and are drivers for me.
Okay. Well, that is a great question. Where are we headed? And as you mentioned before, our goal and my promise to you all was, when I created this platform, it was not just to show individuals how to find loads and how to book freight. That's not what we want to do. There's plenty plenty of platforms out there that can teach you the rules, the regulations, the terms, the terminology, show you how to pay rates, things of that nature. But that's not what we do here. At least that's a small part of what we do. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center, first of all, let me start sharing my screen. First of all, we are not a brokerage firm. With that being said, we are a consulting firm, consultation firm, and we are logistics consultants. And what we do, because none of you work for us, you're not employees of the Learning Center. So therefore, every dime you earn, you keep. You keep 100% of every dime you earn. We simply provide you all with the tools, the resources, your ongoing training, a network that you all can go be a part of, a live chat group that you all can plug into 24 hours a day, 7 days per week, where you all can get help and you all can help each other. We provide weekly training every Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and every Saturday. You get private consultations, as you do here. Provide you all with more than one on close to 400 operational training videos now, each of them more than 2 hours long. And our goal is not just to show you how to find and book freight. Our goal is to show you how to make money within the logistics industry. So that's why you're really here. Bottom line, that's why you're here. You're here to make money.
Yes. And
there are so many different opportunities that exist within the freight and logistics industry. It is just utterly ridiculous. That's one of the great things I love about this industry, because I myself like to fashion myself as a problem solver. And if you can evaluate an industry and spot the problems within it, and then you can solve the problems that are prevalent to a large portion of that industry, you make all the money you'll want to make. So that's my main goal, is to show you all how to, first of all, spot opportunities through problems within the industry. Then second of all, not just to teach you all or tell you all, but show you all how to solve those problems and lead by example, by creating different opportunities in different companies and different things within the industry that you all can be a part of, and you all can take it to the next level. That's all this platform really is. I saw, like, as you mentioned before, you paid someone $5 grand. Well,
yes,
and you really didn't learn anything. Because that's a problem within the industry. The training platforms,
yes,
even at the junior colleges and the community colleges that teach these quote unquote freight broker and dispatch training courses, they don't go far enough, not nearly far enough. You know, you pay $2, $3, $4, and $5 grand. They teach you the rules and regulations, terms, terminology, how to quote lane rates, and then they give you a certificate, a piece of paper, and a receipt, a handshake, and say, I hope you will make some money.
yes, yes.
That's it.
Yes.
So I saw that as a huge problem because there are hundreds of freight broker training schools and boot camps and professionals and specialists all over the internet, and they were all doing the exact same thing.
Yes.
So when I created this platform, my goal was to create something that was completely different. Create something that was not only practical, but useful. And to make it very, very, very affordable. And I also wanted to be able to give away a ton of information out there. Okay, and that's what is behind our YouTube channel, where we literally just put every training session we have on YouTube, completely free. We have more than 400 videos on YouTube right now, each of them more than 2 hours long. And they're packed with tremendous amount of helpful information, you know, showing people how to do the things that we do. I mean, live calls that we do to carriers and live training. And we're not just showing you on a chalkboard, we're on the load boards, working the load boards actively and showing you the process. So that's where we are with that, and that's what stemmed us to create the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, and then later the National Dispatchers Network. Now, through both of those, I have been working on a problem since I came out of a truck. I was a company driver for a while, and then I became a lease operator, and then I became an owner operator. Now, I purposely wanted to do all those things because when I became a truck driver in just 2014, it's not a very long time to have done all that. In 2014, my goal was not to drive a truck for 5, 6 years. My goal was to get in it, get the experience, the practical experience, and really know what it's like to be behind the wheel at every aspect of the industry. So I went to a company, Covenant Transport. That's the only company I ever applied to. I applied to them before I went to truck driving school and got accepted. I knew this is where I wanted to go. Why? Because they were a team driving company. I knew I would get plenty of experience with a team driving company. Okay. Because the truck always moves. So that's why I went. I picked my co-driver before I even went to truck driving school. So I knew who I was driving with, and I already had a certain criteria so I could feel comfortable with someone. So I had actually teamed up with someone before we even went to truck driving school. So with that, we drove as much as we could, 7,900 miles a week plus. Crisscross the country 4 or 5 times, hitting just about every city, every state in between at least 4 or 5 times in as little as 9 months. That's the time I spent 6 weeks. Well, actually, I only spent 4 weeks in training because they cut it short because my trainer said I didn't need to go past 4 weeks. So when I got to the part where they actually cut me loose, he went ahead and cut me loose. So spent about 9 months as a Covenant team driver. We would stay out 3, 4 weeks at a time running. So the second, third time we came back, the 5th, 6th time we came back in, I decided, well, it's time to move to the next level. So when I came back in, I sought out a company that, not because of the reputation of the company, I wanted a company that would give me an opportunity to run my own truck. So I went to Western Express, not the best name in the industry, but they allowed their lease operator, they had a hell of a lease program. They allowed their lease operators to find their own loads. So that's where I went. And I ran a combination of their loads and some of my own loads that I would find. But that was just a test for the owner op program. So I did that for about 4 months. And then I came home and bought my own truck. Now, there's a lesson in purchasing your equipment too, because everyone else was going to this company called Quality that's now out of business. Okay, and leasing the trucks $900 a week, $700 a week, whatever the case may be. While I was out as a lease operator, the companies I was delivering to, while I was waiting for them to load my truck, sometimes 4, 5 hours, 6 hours to load a truck, I would go up and talk to management. And basically, I would go in and I would ask them if I got my own truck, started my own trucking company, what would I need to do? What do I need to qualify to run some of your loads or to run some of your lanes? And they were happy. They were happy to accommodate me. They seemed like it was just something that they never heard before. They were happy. They were more than accommodating in giving me the information of what I needed. And not only that, they put it in writing and put it in a nice pamphlet for me. And the shipping director signed it. The operation manager signs it. So what is that doing? That's the equivalent of having contingent contracts. So I got about 12 of those while I was out doing the owner op thing and the thing with when I was out doing the lease operator thing. So when I came home after about 6 weeks of being a lease operator, I came home and decided, well, I'm gonna buy my own truck. I've got these contingent contracts. Okay, I've got some experience. And my credit is not that bad. It wasn't great. I think my credit at the time was like a 591. It hadn't even hit 600. But I walked into my bank with a business plan already written out, 12 contingent contracts that outlined what I needed, what lanes that they would put me on, and how much money those lanes paid. So when I walked into the bank and presented myself to the loan officer, his initial response was, hey, your credit's not that good. I don't think we're gonna have a product for you. He says, but let me take a look at what you got. I gave him my business plan. He looked at it, okay, looks pretty good. I said, by the way, I've got 12 contracts. He goes, what do you mean? I got 12 contracts from shippers that state that if you all were to loan me the money to get the equipment on my truck, here are the contracts that says that they will put me on these routes, and here's how much they pay. So he took a look at it and said, whoa, this is actually better than credit.
Yeah.
Because you have bona fide, verifiable proof of the kind of money you will be making. So he took that upstairs, they came back down, and they put me with the revolving line of credit department. And they gave me a revolving line of credit for $225,000 and issued me a business credit card with that limit amount on it. I was able to go into a brand new Volvo truck dealership, and purchase a brand new Volvo, 6 miles on it, plastic steel on the seats, for $140,000. Swipe the credit card, I get the title. Essentially, it's paid. Now I just paid the interest on the $140,000 revolving, which was some ridiculously low rate because I was just paying the interest on it and not paying the principal to pay it off. So I was only paying about 3.75, 4.25% on that $140,000, which gave me a payment of just under $500 per month, not per week. So I could afford to run quote unquote cheap freight.
Yes.
Because I didn't have the overhead that other guys had, by going to this quality place and getting a huge truck and paying $800, $700, $900 a week. And here I am, I've got a brand new automatic Volvo. Yes, it was an automatic, an automatic Volvo that I was only paying $492 per month. So, and I was also, I went into the on-op program with Western Express because not having my authority for very long, it was going to be hard for me to, because that was one of the conditions of getting on those lanes that those banks had told me about, that those shippers had told me about. I had to have had to be on some type of authority that had a long-standing authority on it. And by going to Western Express, I satisfied that criteria. Okay. And then I was able to run those loads that they had me on. Some of them, one of them was a really, really good run. And two routes that I had. One was the Orlando Disney World to Sacramento, California. Straight shot. IT all the way. Back and forth. Back and forth. All the way. Now, that's a pretty long run, but it paid decent money. Mm-hmm. You know, that run paid about $2,800 going up and $3,200 coming back down. Another run that I was on, so that one was seasonal. The other run that I was on, which was a winter run, was from Bainbridge, Georgia, at the peanut packing plant, which is just 26 miles from where I'm sitting at right now. So I got to be home often. It was from Bainbridge, Georgia to Chicago, to another peanut processing plant. I would take a load of bushel peanuts up to Chicago, 989 miles, and I would run the Planters peanuts bottled and canned up back down to Bainbridge, Georgia, just back and forth. $22.50 going up and $24.50 coming back down. So every other weekend I was home. I wasn't home every weekend because it was basically 2 runs up, 1 run down, or 2 runs down, 1 run up. Mm-hmm. Okay. And after doing that for about 4 or 5 months, no, for about 4 months, I decided I wanted to really, really get the experience of running my own truck. So I opted out of my contract with those 2 shippers, and I just went totally independent. I told Western Express, don't send me any loads, because I'm gonna choose my own loads. And that's what I did. And I remember the last year that I was running, I came home to Tallahassee, and I was able to get on I was able to find a load through the Warner broker, as a matter of fact. I was taking a week off. He knew I was home. He knew I was here in Tallahassee. He called me up and said, hey, can you do me a favor? I know you're off, but can you do me a favor? I got a load of peanut right here in Tallahassee. It's going 33 miles. It's paying you $350. I said, yeah, where's it picking up? He said, Coca-Cola bottle plant. I said, I know what that is. It's a Commonwealth Boulevard. I said, great. I said, yeah, I'll take it. It's 33 miles live oak. And I know how to go the back way and avoid all the, way stations, that type of stuff. So I just took the little back road. There's only about 36 miles going the back roads. It's a nice scenic route, much better drive. I got there, backed up, they unloaded me. The guy, he asked me, he said, oh, where you going for him? I said, I'm heading back to Tallahassee. I'm off for the week. He said, you want to do me a favor? I said, what's the favor? He said, can you take a load of bottled water to Alachua? How far is that? About 72 miles. I looked up, it was actually 74 miles. Mm-hmm. I told him, yeah, I said, how much is paying? $680. I go, yeah, I'll take it. I got time on my clock. So I ran that up to Alachua. When I got to Alachua, I said, well, I need to find me something going back home. From quite a ways from Tallahassee, about 108, 109 miles from Tallahassee. So I asked the guy at the Alachua drop, I said, y'all got any loads heading back down towards Tallahassee? He goes, no, but if you go about 2.5 to 3 miles down the road, straight shot, there's Coca-Cola bottom plant down there. Mm. Oh, okay, they have loads going to Tallahassee every day. I said, okay, so that's where I went. I went down there. They said, well, we can't just give you a load. You got to go through a broker. I said, well, who's the broker that handle your loads? He said, well, it's the guy at some brokerage firm. So they gave me the number. I called him up. I said, hey, I'm right here at the bottling plant here in I'm here in Alachua. I got to head back to Tallahassee. And they got loads that run all day long going back to Tallahassee. Can you put me on one? He goes, yeah.
Yeah, you doing this job for him.
Yeah. So he put me on one head back to Tallahassee, a load of Gatorade or whatever it was they had. And it was 104 miles, paid $866. So I ran it back to Tallahassee. I'm unloaded, back home in my bed, and I done made $1,895 in one day. So then I got an idea. I called the warning guy back and I said, you know, I can run that same load every day about the same time. I pick it up about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, run it up to Live Oak. He said, is it really? Yeah, that'd be a load off my shoulder. They ain't got to worry about it. I said, okay, you know, I'm right here in my hometown. He said, yeah, that's perfect. So he put me on it. Then I called the place in Live Oak. Hey, you know that load I ran yesterday morning? About mid-morning? Yeah, I can run that every day at the same time. Really? Okay, well, shoot, I got your DOT number, all your trucking information. Let's sign you up for it. Okay. And then I called the broker that got the load from in Alachua, same thing. I'm glad to put you on it because I need somebody to run it every day. Now I had a dedicated that ran 5 days a week, 39 miles or 33 miles to Live Oak, 79 miles to Alachua, 2.5 mile deadhead down the hill, and 104 miles back to Tallahassee, $1,875 5 days a week, off every weekend, home every night. And that kind of laid the groundwork for how I train.
Okay. Okay. That laid the groundwork for how I train dispatchers on how to accommodate owner operators or how to re-educate owner operators. Because all the other freight broker trainers or dispatch trainers, they basically are just training you to look for freight and try to sell the owner operator on what you got. Yes. That ain't no way to do business. Yeah. The way I train is, I train you all to develop relationships with the owner operators and to have a conversation with them. That's why we have the profile for them. That's why we have the script. How much money do you need to move your truck? So we have that conversation with them, and then they give you an insight as to who they are. Now, you have to turn around and show them that you are the professional. You are the one who is educating them, not them educating you. Because you are up high and you can see the big picture. You can see the load boards when they're out there driving. You can't see the big picture. You can see what's going from North Carolina to Texas and what's in Texas and where it's going after that. So you can make the arrangements to book them out for an entire week. Or you can see that there's a circulation of short-run loads that run in a triangle down in Florida or in Georgia or in Carolina or in Texas. You can run them down there, and you got to show them how it's going to be worth it for them to leave North Carolina and go down to Texas and run 3 loads per day, 5 days a week, and make yourself 10 or 12 grand, and then you can go home every weekend. You have to educate them on that. You have to show them that I'm going to show you all how to have a better quality of life. Instead of you running all over the country and sleeping in truck stops all over the place and not knowing where you're going to be the next day from day to day to day, and then not being able to get back home for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. I'm going to show you how to run the same loads every single day, 2 or 3 of them, make great money, anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000 a day, 5 days a week, be back in the same spot every night, and off every weekend. So that's what laid the basis for my method of training. Now,
On top of that, at the same time, I'm looking at the industry. I'm looking at problems within the industry. And for the last 3 years, one of the biggest problems well, actually the biggest problem in the industry has been cheap freight. Okay, it has been cheap freight. Now, a lot of people were asking me, they always ask, what is the problem with cheap freight? And why is it so hard to solve? The reason why it's such a huge problem is this. About 68% of all loads out there right now are under $2 per mile.
Yes.
Okay. So with that much freight out there, and there's only about, 30, not even 30. Yeah, about 32% of it is actually decent running loads. So what is the owner operator to do? Because remember, owner operators, they have to pay their own expenses.
Yes.
You got to pay for their own fuel. You got to pay for their own truck payment. You got to pay for their own maintenance, tires. You got to pay for their own food. They got to pay everything. So their expenses are a lot higher than the lease operator, or definitely higher than the company driver. But there are about 1.5 million company drivers out there. And all these big companies, they can afford to run cheap freight. But there's only about 350,000 owner operators. So the lion's share of the freight is being moved by who?
Owner operators.
No, it's actually being moved by
Another big
company drivers.
Yeah.
Big companies, because they can move cheap freight. So there's no incentive for shippers to raise the rates, because you got 1.5 million trucks that can run cheap freight, and you only got 350,000, trucks that can run, above par freight. So why would shippers raise their rates? The math doesn't work out. Just from that simple aspect of it, the math just doesn't work. You don't have enough owner operators for them to even raise their rates. Because there's only 350,000 of them. But there's only, about 30-some% of the freight out there that's worth running. So that's not a big enough pool for that 350,000 to share. And then on top of that, you got about another 475,000 lease operators that's pulling on that same pool. So there's not enough pickings for everybody to eat. Not good food. Okay? So, and here's the problem. Let's look at Texas. Texas has 2,400 and some odd loads in it right now. That's a lot of freight. But let's take a look at how much of that is decent paying freight. If I go to my straight dispatch and I put in.
That's only through Firefox, isn't it?
Yeah. If I put in $2 per mile, now watch this. If I put in $2 per mile, and I click save, and I do my search again for all freight out there, and let's do it. Let's start off with a 25-mile radius. If we do that, you see the highlighted section. That's the loads that are paying $2 per mile or more.
Or more, yes.
But look at how many loads are not highlighted. I mean, all loads that's not highlighted is below $2 per mile. You see the disparity there. So there's definitely not enough good freight for them to run. You see, you got some here that this is paying what? 272, 222, 213, 215. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 loads that's paying above $2 per mile. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that are paying below $2 per mile. $1.25, $1.25, $1.70, $1.53, $1.77, $1.77, 81 cents, $1.45, $1.71. Then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 more loads that's paying just over $2, $2.31, $2.01, $4.34. That's actually a decent one.
So that's where the assurance comes in.
Exactly. Now this is where the Assurance USA comes in. Now, what is Assurance USA? It is the answer to this problem you see right here. Because owner operators, they don't have enough freight to choose from for them to be satisfied, or for them to even, even have the option of not running cheap freight. Because if they were in Texas right now with these slim pickings of loads that are above $2 per mile, okay, a dry van owner can't really afford to run these rates, let alone a flatbed or a reefer. Look at this reefer load here, $1.23 for a reefer load. There's another one for $1.43. A reefer can't run that. It costs more than that just to power their refrigerator unit. You understand what I'm saying? So they can't afford to run that freight. So if they're looking for a load, if they're in Texas, Houston, McAllen, anywhere in Texas right now, they would have to travel just to find a decent paying load. So these loads right here, this is not enough to go around for 350,000 owner operators, because you probably got about 1,000 of them that are, probably more than that. You probably got about 8,000 or 9,000 who are in Texas. So these little, 8, 9, 10 loads ain't gonna go around to 8,000, 9,000 different owner operators. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a whole bunch of them. When they look at this, they say, I either gotta take this cheap rate load, or I gotta go where? I got a deadhead, which means you gotta increase your radius. Let's say 100 miles out, and we do this, you gotta increase your radius, and then you get more picking. But you're almost 100 miles out.
That's more fuel too.
Exactly. So you're ready to go find a decent paying load, which is like this one right here. So you're ready trying to find a decent paying load, but you're gonna have to drive some considerable mileage just to get there. If you're looking at your some of the deadhead miles, look at some of the deadhead miles here.
So is there a form that they fill out from us to get that extra?
The way this is going to work is this. With Assurance USA, first of all, let me explain to you what the Assurance USA is. It is, pull it up here. To Assurance USA, and by the way, this is a company that we created, an industry that we created. This industry did not exist. Compensation enhancement assurance, not insurance, but assurance. I created this company. I created the industry. All the terms, just with everything you see, were their original. That's what allowed me to be able to trademark and to patent some of the features and things that are within this industry. Now, why is trademark and patenting so important? Because anyone else that comes behind us and wants to duplicate this, they've got to pay us a licensing fee or a trademark usage fee, okay? Before they can come behind us and say, hey, I'm gonna do the same thing he's doing. Well, because we was first in it and we created it, you got to pay us to kind of be able to duplicate it, okay? So what we have here is we created compensation enhancement policy, where And we created a website where they can do everything from come to the website, they can submit for a quote. Once they get a policy, they can file claims right here on the site. The site is mobile friendly, so it can be converted when you go to it with your mobile phone. It works just like an app. But they can come in and they can actually submit, put in their policy number, put in their name, their email address, the phone number, choose which type of truck that they're operating with, upload their rate cons and their POLs, go right to the file system, pull it up, they can upload it right there. Simply by either taking a picture of it, a good clear picture, saving it, then clicking the upload button, and they can upload that picture. Same thing with their supporting claims documentation of every low rate load that they're claiming. They have to show 2 supporting loads that were above subpar. So if you were a dry van and you were claiming a load that's $1.50 per mile, and you want to upgrade that to $2.50 per mile, which is that extra $1 per mile, you are also going to have to show that you ran 2 loads that week that were above $2 per mile. So in order for you to be able to claim that load. Now, as you just heard me on the phone with a gentleman who had called up, he was a dry van owner. And his question was, what if I can't find 2 loads, extra loads that paid more than $2 per mile? Can I still just file for just 1 load? Now, technically, we would say yes, but that's not the answer we want to give them. The answer we want to give them is, well, the network that this was created through and for is the National Dispatchers Network, the largest network of independent dispatch firms in the country. They specialize in what? Finding owner-operators good paying freight. So we're able to, because all of the insurance agencies and agents right now, it is limited to only members of what? The National Dispatchers Network. Why? Because you all are intrinsically and intimately familiar with the plight of owner-operators. You're familiar with what they go through. Oh no, let me give it this call. This is Calvin with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. I'm in the middle of a private consultation with one of our students. Could you give me a call back in about 45 minutes to an hour? Appreciate it so much. But you all are intimately akin to their plight. You know what cheap freight is. You know what they go through. You know how they feel about it. So therefore, you know how to present this to them in a manner that they can understand it, and you're able to effectively be able to show the benefits. Number 1, the need. Number 2, the financial reward, and the overall value of this. Because you all know how to explain to them and make the correlation. Well, remember that time you was in a state and you was trying to find a load to take you back home, or you was trying to find a load to go pick up a load, but all that was available was cheap freight. Loads paying $1.50. If you were a reefer, paying, loads paying $2.50, $2.60, $2.20. So you either have to take that cheap freight load, or you're gonna have to deadhead 60, 70 miles just to go get a halfway decent paying load. But with this policy, you don't have to spend your time trying to decide what loads you're gonna run. You can go ahead and grab that load that's paying, if you're a reefer, that's paying what, under $3 per mile, that's paying $2.75. Because if you do that and you run it, you can claim an extra $1, which will bring it up to what? $3.75.
$3.75, yes.
If you're a dry van, you saw a load that was paying $1.75.
$2.75.
Now you can just grab it and run it and get it in the hands up to $275. If you're a flat day, you saw a load that was running $230. Now you can grab it and run it and get it uploaded, get it upgraded to $330. In fact, if you're running long hauls, average 769 miles, if you just claim one load per week, well, chances are you're only going to run, if you run that kind of mileage, you're only going to be able to run 3 loads per week anyway. Maybe 4, but primarily 3. And because you have to file at least 2 loads that were above subpar, for your 1 load that's below subpar, you can claim at least 1 load per week. But if you're doing that, that's $769, and the $769 times 52 weeks in the year, and I want to just pay you that. I want to show it to everyone. If you're running 769 miles and you're upgrading that 1 load to $1 per mile, that gives you $769. If you're running something like that at least once a week, and you're claiming that load, you're claiming just one subpar load a week times 52 weeks, give you an extra $39,988. Now, if you're running short run loads, 200, 150, like I was running, if you run 2 or 3 a day, right? If you're able to run 3 a day, you can claim a load every day. 1 subpar load, and you can claim a load every day. But chances are you're not going to do that because when you're running short loads, more short loads get above average on your rates, right?
Yes.
That's the checks and balances of the industry for this particular system. That's what makes this system so ideal. Because one of the potential agency owners was asking, because, well, what if you have a guy who, he's running short runs and he's claiming a load every day? That's 5 loads a week. Are we going to be able to handle that without the system going back up? Of course we are. Because guess what? If you're running short loads, there's not very many short loads that are paying less than $3 per mile, or $3.50 or $3.70. Most short run loads, they're paying upward, $3 to $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 per mile. That's the flip side of it. You understand?
Yes.
So no matter where it falls, this is ideal on both sides. It's ideal for the owner-operators to supplement their income, and it's ideal for us that we can profit from it and still provide a great service.
So in that process, how do you, or I should say, how do I meld those two together? The dispatching side as well as the assurance side.
Well, easy. If you got a guy that calls you up about the Assurance USA, like the guy did there, and he poses a question, well, what if I can't find any decent paying loads that week? Well, you're in luck. Because I'm also a member of the National Dispatchers Network. I have my own dispatch firm. And we specialize in finding owner-operators those 2 loads extra that's paying above that $2 per mile, so that then you can feel comfortable making that one claim.
Should we use that as an upsell to the script that we give him, as we give it and get his?
You can, and we'll work that out. I mean, you can cross sell or upsell if you're calling up an owner operator and you're calling them up to get them signed up to your dispatch firm. Okay, how much money you need to move your truck? And they say, well, I'm like, yeah, this, that. And then you also say, look, one of the things that I've noticed as a professional dispatcher, and I don't use that term, I would use as a professional owner-op business manager.
Business manager, yes.
Okay, one of the things I've noticed as a professional owner-op business manager is that there's a huge problem in the industry right now with cheap rate. Has been for the last 30 plus years. you know, in scouring the load boards, and because I'm on them all the time, I've noticed that about 68% of all the freight out there is below $2 per mile.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, I like to be able to help you earn as much money as possible. Have you ever heard of a product called Compensation Enhancement Assurance Policy? That's your way in. That's your cross sale. That's your upsell. It's not really an upsell. It's really a cross sale.
A cross sale, yeah. Compensation. What was that? Compensation.
It's called Compensation Enhancement Assurance Policies.
Okay.
You all are going to get very familiar and intimate with that term. I know it's kind of hard to roll off your lips sometimes, but once you get it, it'll be as easy. And it's right here in the title of the company. RBBS Assurance USA, Compensation Enhancement Assurance Agents. No more cheap.
Okay.
Okay. So at some point, it would just, you all would have it, and it would just be able to roll off your lips.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that I'm working on today is I am finishing up another part to the website that when we get these AJ, go out here with that. He got some wax in his ear. He's trying to clean his ear out. My white pit. But I gotta clean his ears out. Let's go over to the assurance back office, or my back office. Like have all analytics and stuff. As you see, I'm working on some other stuff. I'm working on a our own load board. I'm working on an auto hauler site. I'm always working on something. But right now, my attention is on the Assurance USA. So this is literally going to make it's going to make a lot of you billionaires as agency owners. And it's
and that's what I really want to know about, because this is totally I've always been the grunt. It's time for a different change. And look, with that being said, this is
going to become a lot of you billionaires. Now,
yeah,
since we released our opportunity video, which explained both how this works for the benefit of owner operators and for the benefit of agency owners and the agents on the opportunity side of it, we've had 864 visits since Saturday to the site. 715 unique visitors. So somewhere between this and this, you had some repeat visitors. You had over 150 some repeat visitors, right? So that's what we're looking at right now. And if you want to see what that looks like, in real time, got some people on here right now. People on the site right now. Let me send this guy a response. And you all will have this capability once you all become the agency owners. You'll be able to go in here, look at who's on the site. This is a repeat visitor, someone who's been here before. Okay. As a matter of fact, this is me. This is from Tallahassee. Because what happens is, anytime someone logs into the site, it pops up on your phone, like your little bling bling, and it tells you what state and city they're logging in from.
Okay.
So it gives you great analytics to be able to, to analyze and know where your clientele is coming from, and and especially with you all being in different states with your agencies, when that comes up, something like that pops up, and we look at it, we're gonna take and send that over to the agency that is within that state.
Mm-hmm.
So when leads like that come in, because at corporate level, we won't be competing with you all. Okay. No one on my corporate staff is allowed to have an agency or allowed to write policies.
Okay.
Okay. So everything that comes over corporate-wise that we get corporate-wise, which he is from Tallahassee, Florida, we're going to send it over to the agency that's in Florida. If it's Arizona, we're going to forward that lead to the Arizona agency,
Okay.
and so on and so forth. Okay,
Yes.
and it even tells me what page of the site that they're on.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can go down here and we can do little responses that we have created that we can quickly respond to them. Like here, this one says, "Thank you for visiting." Here, I'll show you what it looks like. This is it right here. I had a thank you for visiting our website. We are not active for business just yet. We will alert you when our official launch is ready in about 45 days. Can't go into great details until after our official launch in about 45 days or so, but here's what I can tell you. Our compensation enhancement assurance policy holders receives up to an additional $1 per mile for the low rate loads that they run. This enhancement is paid directly to the policyholder upon weekly filings of claims for their subpar loads. So just one claim a week for an average load of 769 miles is $39,988 extra yearly. One moment, I think it's my wife. Hey, baby. I don't know just yet. I'm in the middle of a private consultation right now.
Just stop by Chick Banana Man and get them chicken nuggets. They go with them chicken tenders we already got.
Or you could go by what you call it and get some the stuff on Lake Bradford.
Come on, what? Popeyes?
No.
What's on Lake Bradford?
The lady they cook at the gas station there.
Huh?
Is she gone for the day?
Say what? On Lake Bradford?
Yeah, the lady that cooks the soul food.
But she probably gone. It's 4
Okay.
o'clock.
All right. Okay. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's fine.
I'll go by and see if I can catch the barbecue man.
Okay.
How about that?
That's fine.
That sound good?
Yeah, baby. I gotta go.
All right.
I love you. Gotta take the call for the wife.
Hey, I know, man. I got a beautiful wife here too, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
You gotta take that call.
I am not stressing.
Yeah. But basically what these responses do is that they're a response, but they're actually a sales pitch.
Okay. Okay.
You know, that's basically what it is. You know, just one claim a week for an average of 769 miles is $39,988 extra yearly. If you like short hauls, 2 a week at 385 trip miles with up to $1 per mile enhancement is an extra $20,000 each yearly. So that's actually a total of about $40,000 again. Now, what happens if a policyholder claims 3 subpar short hauls? It would earn, on average, an extra $60,000 a year. Enhancement coverage can be customized to the policyholder's needs. Have that on there. All right. And then there's another one that we have. That's a shorter one. That says, "Thanks for visiting our site. Cheap freight is an unfortunate reality of the trucking industry, but with an Assurance USA compensation enhancement assurance policy, cheap freight no longer has to be your reality. As a compensation enhancement assurance policy holder, owner operators will have the option to file rate enhancement claims and receive up to an additional $1 per mile for the low rate loads they select to run for a given week. This enhancement is paid directly to the policyholder upon weekly filings of claims for their subpar loads. and it goes to just one load, 739,000, whatever, please take a moment to complete one of our online quote requests. We will respond with a detailed quote when we are operational. Thank you, Calvin Butler, CEO of Insurance USA. And then we have a third one that we have, and we have the little short ones down here. Hi there, thanks for visiting our site. Let us know if we can help with anything, just little, different, ones. And then if you get creative, you can create one and then save it.
Own, yes.
Yeah, you can save it. Then all you got to do is just click on it, hit send, and you can kind of rapid send them to, people are logging on, because there was a time last night when they were just popping up. I had to send them quick.
Okay.
So
now with this, with the let's go to the straight 8. Is that straight 8 that only works through Firefox?
Yeah, that's called straight dispatch.
Okay. Dispatch.
Yeah, it's STR. The 8 is kind of play on words. It's straight, dispatch. That was developed by one of our
yes.
Mr. Khalid Hodge.
Khalid, yes.
Yeah, he's one of the members of our network. Now, if you notice here, if you go and pull this up, you can find that in your add-ons. There it is. Your
Can you use that? Can you use that on your phone?
Not yet.
Because my computer is not.
Well,
yeah.
if your phone, can your phone browser support Firefox?
Okay.
If it can support Firefox, maybe. I've never tried it.
Okay. And then just put it as an add-in.
Yeah. If it can support Firefox, maybe. But if you come here and you click on this, it pops up, and then it tells you, Freight Dispatch Helper is an extension that helps load board users and freight dispatchers quickly spot the highest paying loads. Once the minimum cent per mile is set in settings, all loads matching that amount or more will be highlighted from lightest to darkest. The highest paying out of all will be highlighted in yellow as the golden load. Hover the mouse over and any highlighted load to see exact cents per mile rate. Include the head, well, that's supposed to be deadhead. Include the deadhead miles to the minimum CPM for an accurate CPM rate. Top compatible load boards are, here are the ones that it's compatible with now. Truckers Path, 123 load board, both old and new view. DirectFreight.com, HotShotCarrier.com, NextLoad.com, FreightTerminal.com, and DOFT.com, DOFT.com.
Are we using 123 now? Has everything been straightened out?
No. I still don't have a relationship with them. We kind of have fallen out years ago, and we've never been able to mend that relationship. But you all are welcome to use it. At some point in time, we might wind up getting back with them, but we got so much going on right now.
Yes.
The way I see it, they will have to reach out to us. Okay. Because we got plenty of other load boards. I mean, we use just about all these load boards except for 123, and matter of fact, that is not even on here anymore.
Okay.
It used to be compatible with that, but we don't use that. I don't use that. I just never seen the need for it. And I think that had a problem with straight dispatch. First they approved it, and then for some reason, that is funny that way. They want you to pay for everything, a lot.
Yeah.
Even though what they approved him to do was helping their clientele and making that much more valuable. You understand?
Yes.
but not only did they want their clientele to pay more, they want him to pay more for adding something to their site that helped them attract more clientele.
Oh, wow.
So that's just greed.
That's greedy, yeah.
Yeah, that's just greed. And that's where I have a falling out with some of the low boys is with that greed factor. That's just way, way, way greedy. Okay. But that's how straight dispatch operates.
Okay.
You know, and that is something that's done with Mr. Hodges' firm. And our relationship with him is he lets our members get it at a greatly discounted rate. He normally charges somewhere between $14.99 and $29.99.
Yeah.
Our members get it for $9.99,
Yeah.
and then we give you an additional discount on top of that on your monthly subscription fee. We take off an additional $4.99 off your subscription fee with us. So it really kind of makes your straight dispatch only $4.
So can you give me a brief synopsis on your vision on having a individual that has just come into your company or your learning center to start, enhance, and then grow their company?
Well, let's take a look at some of them. Let's look at DZR. Let's look at hold on. All right. There it is. Then, and let's look at logistics.
Because I know you have courses where you can get 5 agents or 10 agents or 20 agents, and is that right out the gate, or?
Hold on. You can if you want to. Logistics. Give me a second. There it is. All right. All right.
Oh, you deal with rail yard freight too?
Well, this company, hold on, this might be the wrong one. There's a company that we deal with, and well, it's a company that we they started with our platform, and they have grown. They're a third-party software firm.
Because I ran freight from the rail yards for 10 years.
And this is them right here. All right. This gentleman right here, Mr. Darren Stevens. He joined us, and he's been with us now for a little less than a year, almost right at about a year, little less than a year.
Okay.
When he first came in, he was doing something else. I think he had his Uber fleet, whatever he was doing, on our platform to learn this, but he really didn't have much time for it. But he was doing something else. But then something happened after about 4 months of doing whatever else he was doing. Something happened where he had to put that down, where it became a problem for him, what it's going to be. So then he started concentrating on our networking and following our following our advice. That involves you made several private consultations, surrounding the auto hauler. Now his firm is now doing about 15 grand a week.
Wow.
Okay. He is doing somewhere between 12 and 15 grand a week. And that's just from the auto hauler side. That's not including his other freight dispatching services and his transport LLC service. But just the auto hauling part of it, he's doing about 12 to 15 grand a week. Based on he strictly follows our strategy for using, because we came up with a unique strategy for using U-Ship and Central Dispatch combined. These are two sites that were meant to be competition to each other. But here again, my style of training is finding problems and then solving problems.
Yes,
so I looked at the problems within both sites and decided that if I combine both sites and use them both in conjunction with each other, I could create a cherry picking type atmosphere.
Okay.
It's just cherry pick. And so once I got that perfected, I started teaching it. And that's what he used. That's what, what a lot of other, of our associates use, our students use, and they make big money from it. He is probably, doing the best at it right now. 12 to 15 grand a week just from the auto hauler side. So this is what his firm is. Another company that started with us is Riotcom. They came on with us about early part of 2018. Started out with just the guy who started the company. He on our platform. He worked his way up to corporate enrollment 1.0. Allows, and the corporate enrollment 1.0 is that for you. If you go over that's my wife again, hold on. Yes, baby. Okay, baby. All right. Bye. If you look at the way we're set up, we have what's called corporate enrollments also too. But the corporate enrollments, they allow you to enroll yourself and up to 10, 20, or an unlimited number of employees or partners all under one enrollment fee and under one monthly subscription. Okay. It's designed to save you as a company money, and it's designed for you to have one training platform so you can just concentrate on growing your firm and let us worry about training your people.
Okay.
And that they're all trained the exact same way because they're all part of the same platform.
Okay. Okay.
So when you look at it from that standpoint, it frees up the owner of the company to concentrate on the growth of his company.
Okay.
So
the reason why I asked that is because I've been contacting friends of mine that I used to drive with, and one of a friend told me that he was driving as a company driver now. So he knows me very well. So he told his boss about me, the person that owned the company, and the company has 20 trucks. So he's giving me an opportunity to put a proposal together and to start dispatching all 20 of those trucks. So that's why I'm asking, because 20 trucks right off the bat, I'm going to try to do myself, but I know it's going to be a very, very intense thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody with me, because I don't only want to do those 20, but I also want to help other friends I drove with also to make money. So so I have to get them in and pay the fee and get them into the process and the training so that they can do the same thing. So all right. All right.
The corporate enrollment, as you can see, if you go with the 1.0, that's up to 10 agents. It is $699.95. Now, You notice over here, the individual enrollment plan is $349.95, and our veterans plan is $249.95. So if you got two people, it actually would be better for you if you went with the corporate enrollment and teamed up.
Okay.
Because you over here you're paying $349.95. If you all were to enroll separately, you're paying more than the $699.95.
Okay, so is it best? I mean, I'm already in now, so
all right.
Do I have to pay the
if you're already
$699?
in, we have a fast start program. If you can get from here to here within the first 30 days, you just pay the difference between the two. It's called fast start.
Okay, you're saying how much? What's the
difference between the two is $350. So if you're able to go from the time you sign up,
yes,
if you're able to grow your firm enough to where you feel a need to upgrade within the first 30 days,
yes,
you can do what's called just an upgrade. That's called our fast start.
okay,
You just pay the difference, which is $350. Now, if you go past the 30 days, the system won't let you upgrade. You gotta pay the whole $699.95. Now, but either way, once you upgrade, your 30-day clock starts over.
Okay.
For the next upgrade. So if you can get from here to here within 30 days, you spend the difference between here and here, which is another what? Which is another what? $300. Because what? $699.95 and $999.95. That's $300 difference. But this allows you to enroll up to 20 additional employees. This one allows you to enroll up to 10 additional employees. This one right here is $99.95 per month. It covers all 10 of you, 11 of you. You see the savings there, right?
Yes.
And then this one over here allows you to enroll up to 20 additional ones, so 21 of you, and it's $199.95 per month for 20 people. For 21 people, I'm sorry. And then we have one that's not listed, it's the corporate enrollment unlimited. That's when you have to call in on, because before we have you go to that one, we have a consultation that's included with that that inquiry about the corporate enrollment unlimited. We want to make sure that you understand and make sure that you're ready for that, because that's an unlimited number of employees, but you've got to come up with $2,495. $2,495. And before you invest that kind of money, we want to make sure that you are. It's my way of gauging your business mentality. Okay. And I want to make sure that I don't want you to spend your money unnecessarily.
Gotcha.
That's why we don't have it on here. That's why we require a consultation whenever someone wants to go to that level. Okay. Because we want to make sure that you're aware of certain things and how to grow your business and how to put your money, because as you all know, I periodically talk about stocks and Bitcoins and Robinhood and Acorns. Because here again, I'm not here just to show y'all how to book freight. I'm here to show y'all how to become a logistics entrepreneur, how to make money within the industry, how to save money.
That's what I want to do, grow my business.
How to grow your money, how to become financially healthy. Because I started when I was in a homeless shelter, 2008. 18 months in a homeless shelter. So, to go from there to a bona fide self-made millionaire, that's a pretty, nice accomplishment. I mean, I think I can do better. I think I can take it. Matter of fact, I intend to take it onto the next level with the Assurance USA, and not just create $1 billion industry, but create a billion company that would have a valuation of more than $1 billion within the first 2 years, and in the process create a bunch of billionaires in the agency owners and a bunch of multi-millionaires in the agents themselves.
Okay.
As as the numbers shows from our last presentation.
So as you would instruct me to, as I bring in agents, to put them in this process and let them go through the training with you, like I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then just
so
work with them.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then all you have to do is work with them on your inter-corporation, your inter-company procedures, how you do certain things, or how you're gonna pay them or something like this and that. But when it comes to teaching them how to become salespeople, let us do that. When it comes to teaching them how to load management, let us do that. When it comes to teaching them, showing them how to develop relationships with their owner operators, let us do that. So that's what we do every week.
Now, would I be able to do that payment, their pay through Square, or do I have to use another process to do that?
You mean to pay them or to pay us?
To pay them.
You can. If you're using Square, Square has a thing called Square Payroll. Once you get on Square, you do what's called Square Payroll. You can list your people as independent contractors or as employees.
See, I don't have all of that, Mr.
Well, you
Butler. I don't have all that.
You probably don't have the Square business. There's a difference between Square business and just a little Square thing you have on your phone.
Oh,
Square business is at squareup.com.
Yes, that's what I have, but it doesn't have all of the stuff on the left-hand side.
But this?
Yes.
And you sign up with squareup.com, Square Business Platform.
I guess that's because you've created those documents, those.
No.
I
mean, I actually have this stuff. This is going on. My items, because I created if you haven't created a store.
Okay.
But I have a Square store that I've created. I think we got someone that signed up for
I don't have a store.
Oh, okay. Those are just monthly subscription. But if you look at this, if you go to your account settings, and you can go to payroll. I think it's Square Payroll. The business prices, transfers, receipts. Yeah, back out. Share my contract. Payroll right there. All right, you go to Square Payroll.
Yes.
And you can, add people in. History reports, your payroll team. All right, you go ahead and you click on that, and you can. I just added one person in just to show you all how this is done, because we don't have employees, but we use interns. But you can plug your employees in, or your agents, or your contractors, or whatever the case may be, and then you give them permission levels. Okay. Once you click on them, right? You can adjust. You can adjust their permission levels. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
All right, you go ahead and put in your agent's name. You can invite your team member to create an online account where they can input their personal information and access the pay stub. Okay, so you can send what's called electronic checks to them.
Okay.
You can pay them right through Square. You can list them as an employee if they're W-2. If you're paying them a salary or a wage, or you can list them as a contract if they're on a 1099 or miscellaneous.
Okay.
Right? Paying them commissions, right? What you're doing with the agents. So once you pay them, once you get them plugged into there, you can set the payment method. Send them a manual check, or you can do direct deposit, get the bank account information, and have it going right to their account. Okay?
Okay.
You can put it. You can put it on the job title, dispatcher, account, executive, whatever you gonna call it. Okay. Pay type, you can put. I put. It says hourly rate, but of course not paid on an hourly rate.
Right.
But you come out here, you put salary, hourly rate, whatever, just whatever you want to put in. Then you come down here and you put in the information. Okay, and then you give them their permission level. Okay, in giving them their permission level, that's going to determine what they can do within your Square account.
Okay.
Okay, so if you don't want, if you just want them to, on the setting, tax form, benefits, payroll. If you just want them to be, here we go. There you go. The employee, contractor, employee, that's how you want to do it. Whatever. If you just want them to be on the employee level or contractor's level,
yes,
that means that they can come in, they can still use your Square account to send out invoices to the carriers, right?
yes.
And the carriers, so they can create the invoices. And when they create an invoice, you know who created the invoice.
Yeah.
So
it's under their name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
It's in your company name, but in Square, when you go look at your reports, it'll tell you which person sent that invoice.
That load. Okay.
Which person created it, which person sent it, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So you'll know who to pay when that invoice gets paid.
Amen.
Right?
This is good stuff.
So they can send out the invoices and they can have the payment come into the Square account, but they won't be able to see your reports. They won't be able to go in and pull up your reports and things. They won't be able to do the transfers of money.
Okay.
Okay. All they can do is send out the payment request on the invoice, and people will pay you. But it's going to go into your account. It's going to come into your Square account. All the money's going to come into your Square account, and then only you can see your reports. Like if you looking at your reports and stuff, you can only see what you're doing for that week or that month, or or whatever the case may be.
Now, can you set a percentage of what that load they will get paid?
When you got ready to pay them, you can put in their settings, like if I want to do team sales, which I don't have team sales, but if you want to do team sales or whatever it could be, and you can track multiple wages. You see what I'm saying? You can track the wages. You can do labor versus sales. All types of reports and stuff you got here. But you can set it up to where you can customize each person's pay. If you're paying him 60% of the load, you can put in there, when you get ready to take them, put 60% of the invoices that you collected on. Which means, so when you pay them, you just click pay, and it's gonna Square will automatically pay them at 60%.
Okay.
And the other 40% is gonna stay with you.
Gotcha.
Or if you're paying them 20%, whatever it is.
Gotcha.
So you see why I really, really, really recommend Square.
Yes.
But
then again, this is on your computer. I'm doing everything on my phone because my computer's so old. I can't download the software.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see all this on your phone.
Okay.
Now, when you go and put up your Square on your computer, you'll be able to see all this.
Okay.
And we recommend that you get yourself a computer that has at least 1 terabyte of storage space, so you can kind of operate quickly and snap this and that. You should get router and internet service. Okay.
Yes.
Because when you start growing, you don't want to have to having to upgrade every time you move to the next level.
Yeah.
It's best to just go ahead and do it and you know, and get the best you can get, and then just you ready for the growth. But you're in the right place. We're doing some big things.
Amen. And I want to be a part of it. That's why I'm asked for this consultation.
Yeah, we're making some huge moves here within the industry, and when I see big things, we're doing big things.
Amen.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's gonna about do it because we got started at about 3:30 and it's 4:35 now.
Okay.
So, you'll receive your invoice sometime before the day's out. So
all right.
take care of it. That whatever you get ready to take care of it.
That'll show if I set this thing up right.
Yes. Now we have the assurance training tonight because I'm replacing the Monday night trainings from the students training students via Zoom. I'm replacing that with our Assurance USA training. So that's going to be our official night to do training for the Assurance USA.
Okay.
Tonight is going to be our first official Assurance USA training.
7 o'clock your time?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock my time.
7 o'clock my time.
Yeah, it's 4:36 here now. And starting next week, we're probably going to bump that down to 7 o'clock my time. You start a little bit early because we have a lot to cover with the Assurance.
6 my time. Okay. I'm ahead. I'm an hour behind you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Butler, for your time and
no problem.
All your expertise. And I look forward to growing with you very much.
We definitely look forward to your participation, your growth, and everything. Hopefully, you can become one of our agency owners.
Amen.
So I think you got the right type of mentality for it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the way it's looking, our agency owners are gonna become literally billionaires inside of 3 years.
Well, I want to be in that number, and I'll listen and do whatever it takes to get there.
We're gonna do what we take to make sure we get everybody there. So, but and you've seen on the responses we've been getting since we and we haven't even started with. We've been doing less than 1% branding. We've just been on some stuff that we shared on Facebook. I haven't shared anything on LinkedIn yet. I haven't shared anything on Twitter yet. I haven't even created the Twitter account for it. I have a LinkedIn company page for the Assurance USA, but I haven't set up my Twitter account. I haven't set up my Instagram account. None of that. We haven't created any of the branding commercials. We created one. Yeah, we have one that we have out right now. A little video one that we have. But we haven't created the commercials. We haven't started doing radio advertising. We haven't started doing television advertising. We haven't started doing print advertising. We're going to do all that. We're going to be heavily advertising at all of the big truck stops, Loves, Pilots,
Flying
J's, Petros, Flying J's. We're gonna buy some heavy, ad space within those places where we have our banners up, billboards outside, or so we're gonna be buying space on trailers,
good stuff,
and Assurance USA, station enhancement, policy, you start seeing that riding down the road on the side of trailers, the other on the opposite say, what is that? So we got a lot of great things coming.
That's our next pitch.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Anytime. Hope
have a good day.
You do. I hope you see you in training tonight.
Yes, you will.
All right.
Bye now.
All right.